Dear Mario fans, because I mentioned I was going to talk about this in the recent Sonic Adventure games video that I did, and it was just the idea that, basically, with the Sonic Adventure games, it always brings out different takes and opinions on how good the games still are, how good the games were, opinion and stuff like that, right? But then there's Mario fans that always seem to come out the woodworks and be like, and then there's us who don't have to jump through, like, hoops to defend our games that are, let me just grab that real quick. 30 years old and stuff like that, and I just remember the fact that, listen, I'm a Sonic household. I've made no secret about that. But that doesn't mean I was like anti-Mario, anti-Crash Bandicoot. Where'd this robot go? He has a... There you go. Come here, my dude. I wasn't like, I can't play Crash Bandicoot games. I can't play Mario games. We weren't on the, the field at recess being like, yo, who you repping? Oh, you repping that mustache maniac? Oh, we gotta sell this. Go to the track field. Go to the track field. We're gonna do some track. We're gonna run a race. There we go. And listen, we're gonna sprint like 100 meters. This is what it's all about. And then, of course, as Mario fans are like, well, we're more about jumping, so we gotta play hopscotch afterwards. It's like, oh, it's like that? Fine, bet. We'll split it 50-50. You know what I mean? It wasn't like that, or maybe it was that serious. Actually, it literally was like that. But it wasn't like serious, like, oh, someone's gonna have to get smoked if they're a Mario fan or a Sonic fan or even a Crash fan, right? It was more like, McDonald's versus Burger King kind of a situation. And I bring that up just to mention that, so even though I'm a Sonic household, I did, play Crash Bandicoot games, I did play Mario games, and two of the Mario games that I played, that I enjoyed thoroughly, as a matter of fact, one was called, you might have heard of it, not Super Mario, but just Mario Kart Double Dash, alright, which I'm told is the worst Mario Kart, and then the other game, which at one point I was told was the Sonic 06 of the Mario series. You might know it before I say it, even though I disagree. Super Mario Sunshine. Now, listen. I don't know the Mario pantheon of games when it comes to Mario games. Like, what ranks where, etc., etc. But what I do know is, before I got on the internet, as with a lot of things, actually, there were things that I liked that the internet told me I couldn't like. And Mario was no exception. Mario was not they didn't have flowers that didn't stink situation. So many ghosts down here, my word. If anything, it was quite the opposite. It was every franchise seemed to have at least maybe like one game or something that I'm guessing it must be up here then. Ooh. Why not? Thank you. Anyways, yeah, I'm playing this for real, by the way. This is in real time. So I apologize for the breakups in the point. But as the point that I'm making is like, no, Mario fans, y'all had games that people would at least try to say was an issue. And I guess, some of the takes that I saw were, and not on the video, by the way. This wasn't on the video itself. This was just like on, classic, on Twitter and stuff like that. But it was the idea that we don't have to defend our franchise. Our franchise is fine or whatever. It's like, but you kind of did, because I don't think that one's allowed to slide. Like, at least in the last half decade, I've seen, it's like Sonic Unleashed. I've seen an appreciation for Sunshine that wasn't there back in the olden days. So, maybe the narrative is also changing, which is nice, but it doesn't mean it didn't exist. But the point of this video isn't to bash on Mario fans or disagree with people that maybe do think Mario Sunshine isn't that great. It's, again, to continue the conversation of positivity that I'm trying to do with these videos. And it's like, you know what? At the end of the day, though, maybe there's a right idea to not having to defend those things, right? And not like they aren't deserving of being defended, but like not giving them the effort to the people that would say negative things about something that you enjoyed. And this goes beyond Super Mario Sunshine or the Sonic Adventure games. It could be more about like just things in life, period. And the idea that, hey, not everybody that gives a voice to something that you like or dislike needs, you to say something on it. It's kind of the classic idea that my mother would instill in me growing up. Like, just because you're called something doesn't mean you are it. You're only what you answer to. So people can call you all kinds of things all they want, but it doesn't matter if you don't answer to any of those things. Or in the digital age where we have, I bet it is. I bet it's in here, ain't it? Or in this digital age where we have things like, Discords and Twitters and stuff like that, things that we get messaged on. Just because someone messages you or replies to you or something doesn't mean you have to reply. Are you, that's jokes. Okay. Right, I could say to you, the viewer right now, why aren't you watching the 100% length of my videos? You must be a terrible viewer. How dare you? And the reality is, no, that's not true. I can say it. It doesn't make it true. I can say all kinds of things here. It doesn't make it, even if it's positive things, it doesn't make it true just because I'm saying it. And that goes with games. That goes with games people play, opinions, and stuff like that too. B? Ooh, we got an A? I'll take that. But I did want to bring that up because it's always funny whenever Sonic Discord comes up. In the classic days, I guess, like the Recess Playground days, you always have Mario fans or maybe even Crash fans on occasion be like, ah, man, we didn't have to defend our games like that. That's crazy. It's like, yes, you did. Because I used to get flack for liking Super Mario Sunshine. I love Double Dash because I play that with my brother all the time. I have a sibling that was like 2 years younger than me. So there was a lot of games growing up where I got that nice, cool co-op experience, and it was fun. But Sunshine was the worst thing I could have ever said I liked about Mario. And don't get me wrong, in today's day and age, yeah, I've played, you know, like Odyssey and stuff, so there's other games that I like in the Mario franchise too, but I still like Sunshine as a matter of fact, and that hasn't really changed. And I'm hoping, though, the reason I'm making this video is what I was mentioning earlier, though, is like maybe it's more of a lesson, right? Instead of having beef suddenly with Mario fans over this, it could be like, maybe they have the right idea. The next time adventure game discourse comes up, being able to just kind of like look the other way. Like, what does devoting energy to those really get you at the end of the day? You know what I mean? Like, what does me, if I was sitting here, let's say I made the thumbnail something like, oh, the trash games of the Mario franchise, right? Like, and you see that thumbnail and you have to click on it because it enrages you a little bit. Like, hold on, who do you think you are? And A, first of all, it's a positive video, but B, it's like, also, maybe I also just don't deserve your energy, right? If you don't feel that way, then you don't owe me anything. You don't owe me a view. You don't owe me a click. You don't owe me a response in real life if this was like on a stage or something, right? Like, maybe Mario fans, low-key, are actually trying to look out for Sonic fans a little bit. And that's why Mario and Sonic united in the Olympic Games, after all. It's like, they squashed that beef long ago. Now the fan bases are squashing the beef low-key. Just, we don't know how to communicate with each other that well. Because, like, y'all guy likes to jump around and off walls and parkour like it's the Mega Man X games, which, boy, Mega Man was also a fun franchise I might talk about one day. And we're more of the, we run around stuff. We run into stuff. So, you know, I'd love to see, on a side note, I'd love to see a team-up game. Like, obviously, there's the Olympic Games, but I'd like to see, like, a proper Mario-Sonic team-up game. I know it's a bit of a side note, but if you're here, you're most likely from the Adventure Games video, so you're a Sonic fan, or Mario games. So I want to, listen, wouldn't that be kind of cool? Like, there's obviously a lot of versus games that people like, and versus situations, you know, like, I'm more of an and person nowadays as I'm getting older. I'd like to see the Justice League team up with the Avengers, for example, rather than them fight each other. Like, Thanos and Darkseid, I guess, are acting a fool together, and so now we get to see the shenanigans of, like, what does Tony Stark and Bruce Wayne do with their combined billions and also genius intellect? You know what I mean? Haven't gotten a single beep yet. I just dodged that meteor by the skin of my teeth. I'm more of in that boat at this point, so I'd love to see that one day. I don't know what it would be about. Would it just be Bowser and Robotnik teaming up, doing who knows, you know what? Or, you know, comment with that in the comment section down below, by the way, as we continue the video. But one thing I always get asked, though, is by people, is like, okay, well, what? It's kind of like the adventure games. What did you like about Super Mario Sunshine? It's going to sound weird. It's part of why I'm playing a Knuckles level. This comparison's going to be a little bit wild. I'm warning you. I understand completely. But it's actually kind of why I like the Knuckles levels in these games. We're not really getting any beepage right now, don't get me wrong. That's poor on my part, though. But the idea, right? Like, Mario can jump off walls, so you can do the parkour stuff. If anything, like I mentioned Mega Man X earlier, right? Like, that. If anything in Mega Man X, though, you would die if you couldn't jump off of walls. But, like, even in Sunshine, that was a thing. You could parkour off of stuff. The flood mechanic, it just didn't really bother me that much. The levels where you got flood taken away from you were kind of neat, too, in my opinion. There we go. And then furthermore, Knuckles' levels, right? We're kind of flying around, jumping around, scaling walls. And like Mario, I'll get up here real quick. It's a bit harder on keyboard, forgive me. But if I do this fast enough, you spin around fast enough, and like a clockwise, you can do a spiral jump thing. I keep botching. It's a bit hard to do on a keyboard, not gonna lie. There it is. Oh, it said spiral jump. All right, let's see if I can get it. Oh, I'm pressing the wrong button. I'm pressing the wrong button on the keyboard. No wonder. Now it looks... There it is. Like that. Mario can do that. Except, you know, a ton better because he's literally Jumpman. But, like, it's just simple stuff for me. And I think that's one of the things I want to conclude the video on, too, is, like, this video won't be as long as the adventure game one. I'll get you guys out of here for willing to stick around this long. But, like, I think part of it, too, is when I talk about your opinion on the matter, right? Like, why do you like something? And why can you use that to maybe help you swim through the naysayers that are against the thing that you like? And I think part of it comes just down to your likes about something might be a bit more simplistic than others. They might be more complicated than others. Basically, you're an individual, and as an individual, it doesn't necessarily make you wrong, kind of like I mentioned in the other video, like factually wrong or something, But make sure, in being humble, of course, you don't make it so that, no, I'm actually factually right. I'm not making this video to say, factually, Super Mario Sunshine is a great game. Factually, the adventure games are a great game. Everyone else is wrong. They're dumb. They're silly. They're stupid. I don't got time for that. I don't know your backstory. Your backstory might have a good reason why you don't like certain games that you don't like, or that you like certain games that you do like. So what I'm here to do is instead try to maybe put that message out there a bit more of like, listen, do you, as long as you don't harm no, oh, that's gonna explode. As long as you don't harm nobody, like that meteorite was about to harm me, you know, focus on that more. Focus on doing positive by your takes, then why not? Not that people are necessarily all going to still feel the same way and feel positively and stuff like that, but I guess the way I see it is, if we're going to talk about the world in such a negative state, then something as simple as a difference of opinion on a video game that we're both experiencing differently shouldn't be something that can really interfere on that feeling too much. And I think like Mario, like Sonic, who have gone on dozens of adventures combined and still find a way to come out on top, we can also work on coming out on top on things that really shouldn't take away our happiness. In the comment section down below, another thing I want to ask you guys is, what's a game that you were told that you are not allowed to like, that you did like? What's something that was fun about it? What's something that you think is underrated about it, perhaps? You know, what's something that you think is a positive takeaway, a good message it had, the story was actually underrated, or was just really great, or just vibed with you because of things that were going on in your life, maybe something you connected with, a character you connected with, you know what I mean? Stuff like that. What's one of those things? And also, am I giving Mario fans too much credit? Is it them not being like, hey, our flowers never stink, or our stuff don't stink? Am I trying to be too positive there? I don't think I am. That's my job with these videos. They're kind of like video essays that you're listening to in the background, maybe watch, kind of a situation. But am I? You know, maybe they're not trying to like cross that bridge and be like, hey guys, listen, this is the secret we've done for years. That's why that take was like there for 30 years plus. That's what our secret is. We just see those and we let them go in one ear and out the other. And y'all, if y'all start doing that too, y'all would have happier lives. No, that's not it. You know what I mean? It could be, right? Mario fans are cool too. If there was a Paris Olympic Games coming out the year, I would definitely be repping Team Sonic though. For the sake of the flow of this video, I think we're going to move on to a different level. Matter of fact, let's do a Rouge level. I saw this take the other day. This was the worst stage in all of Sonic. Let's see if that's true. I don't think so, obviously. I got all A ranks, but that doesn't mean it can't be a thing. Another question I want to pitch to you as we prep to end the video, though, is like, what is like if you're here for Mario, what's your favorite Mario game? And if you're here for Sonic, what's your favorite Sonic game? I think it's pretty obvious what my favorite Sonic game is, but until Odyssey, my favorite Mario game was Sunshine, which is why I felt the need to talk about it. Is not to bash Mario, but instead do the other stuff where it's like, nah, this is, I don't know if calling it the Sonic 06 is fair of the Mario franchise, because that was a bit of a buzzword back then too. Like how Mega Man X7 was called the Sonic 06 of the Mega Man 7 games. I'm like, hold on, wait a minute. I think Mega Man X7 came out before 06? So how does that work? I don't know. Same with Sunshine, because Sunshine came out in 05. So I don't know if all these analogies are necessarily adding up as much as, like I said, buzzwords, and people just want to be like, I want to use this word. So we gotta go higher, by the way. I gotta find the rocket that takes me higher. Not this one. No. If it's this one, I gotta break this box. There it is. Comment with that in the comment section down below. And if you've never played Sonic and Mario, which one do you feel you would be into? Man, the arc is massive. And as a side note, but when you're flying up that rocket towards the arc, it's just a big space colony, right? It's 9.32 miles in diameter, which is 15 kilometers if you use kilometers. Like it's a big boy. It's a massive piece of work there, Gerald. All right, yeah. Comment down in the comment section down below. That's probably gonna be into this video. I don't again want it to be as long as the other one. I just noticed that when I did like a Sonic essay-esque video while I'm also playing the game, it did well. People seem to kind of like how that was, the conversation points and stuff like that. So I'm doing another one because I kind of did say I was gonna do a second one at least. And what do you guys are feeling? How you guys are feeling? And again, once again, I apologize if the thumbnail that got you to click on this video is a little bit misleading or rude or such. It's just more when I get bigger. When, not if, when, I'll make more honest thumbnails. I'll be one of the most honest thumbnails maker people you've ever seen, but I'm not there yet. So to get people in the door, unfortunately, I gotta do some dumb stuff that I particularly don't like, but won't have to be the thing forever. So thank you so much for watching this video. If you feel so inclined, make sure to like, comment, subscribe. that bell notification, the actual subscribe button. But I don't know which video will be next. We're just gonna have to wait and see. So until this time, take care and enjoy pizza responsibly. Thank you for watching. Also, I know where this piece is now. I don't know, because these videos are unscripted, sometimes I feel like I say a bunch of nothing in them, and then I go record them or edit them later. I'm like, alright, maybe this is good enough to throw up on YouTube. Maybe someone will get the idea of the message. And the idea of the message is, let's say you didn't like the Sunshine game, right? You didn't like Double Dash. That's fine. That's the point of these videos, and I don't want to put this in. I should have put this earlier, but I put this on the end. The job of these videos aren't to attack people with different opinions. If anything, if you have a different opinion, pull up a chair, grab a slice of pizza. You're welcome to here too. It's just more of the understanding that because people are going to have different opinions, we don't gotta battle each other all the time. Like, banter is fine. I like banter like the next person, but like getting like vicious with it, that's just so unnecessary. That's so unnecessary in 2024 or whenever you're watching this video. You know what I mean? I talk about the beef, but it was like playground beef. You know what I mean? And you better believe I learned how to sprint just so I could smoke any Mario fan I came across, but I was horrible at hopscotch. All the rhythm I got in my melanin, and I couldn't do hopscotch that well against some of these cats be doing this thing where they'd be using their arm in the hopscotch. I'm like, all right, listen, let's do double dutch instead. That's a good middle ground, right? I'm more of a Knuckles expert than a Rouge expert. A container within a container. Oh, are you serious? Those floating, like, light blue looking suckers. What? I thought I went past these. Alright, anyways. Probably this one that's the furthest over. Sure enough. Ta-da. So we're gonna get out of here. Thank you so much for watching this video yet again. And also, one last time, and if you're at the point of the video in the comments section down below, we'll probably do some more Sonic videos. Maybe it won't be about the adventure games, because we kind of did that video. Unless it's like a fun fact, or like maybe I go through and be like, hey, let's talk about how to get all the lost Chow. They're very lost, or just Chow World in general. Because I've seen this growing campaign about people wanting Chow World to come back. I agree. I 100% agree. This might be my proof right here with the emblems. But in terms of Mario, with Mario too, I think with Odyssey and stuff like that as well. I'm not saying Mario maybe has never had misses, but I think one thing about Mario that I'll conclude on too is like, do you guys feel like Mario maybe had more of a steady string of successful games? Is also why those kind of takes existed. Is like when you look at Mario, you don't really see like a Mario Forces or a Mario, you know, boom, Rise of Lyric. I'm so sorry. I know there's Rise of Lyric fans out there, and I'm happy for you. I'm here for you, as a matter of fact. I really am. But, you know, Sonic did have the rough patches in the 2010s that Mario maybe didn't, and maybe that's why. Like, Odyssey was 2017. And yeah, Sonic had, you know, Mania, but that's more 2D Sonic, and I was talking 3D Sonic. So that's why I haven't really mentioned Mania that much, but we'll see. Maybe I'll make a Forces video, because I do have a take on Forces you might be interested in. So subscribe and stay tuned for that if you want to hear that, or if you want to refute that when that comes out, which will probably actually be the next video. So thank you so much for watching this video, though. I'll see you later. Take care. Sometimes the pizza's hot, and sometimes it's not. Have a good one. Bye-bye.